Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. It's currently about 32 degrees in my little shop, and it's cold. But I had a friend of mine to bring these by. He's a local police here. He's a great guy. He sells on eBay, and he picked this one up for me to clean this one up and repair it. So he paid 15 bucks for this knife. This knife is an old Victorinox. It was made between 1957 and late 1973. You can tell by the stamp how they did on the tang here, and that as well. That's what you look for to try to date them. You can date the era they were made. You can't date exactly what year it is. But see, it's got a little bent blade right there, and we're gonna try to straighten that out, clean this up. But it's very cool. It's got a bell back here, but it's also got a Phillips head screwdriver. But look what it's got on there. It's got a file. I've never seen that before. That's a file on the back of that Phillips head screwdriver. Ain't that cool? Very cool, man. And there's no hole in the punch blade, and the tweezers are a little bit different as well. A little shorter, but notice that right there, how that is. It's just so cool to see these old knives. Got a bottle opener with a wire stripper, can opener with a flat tip screwdriver. You got a fishing tool. You can get the hook out of its mouth. You can use that to scrape the scales off. This don't even have the measuring markings on it like the newer ones do. These shears still work great. See the short blade, how the shape it is? Now they're just round. It's got a little broke tip right there too we're gonna fix. He found this one at a Salvation Army in Americus, Georgia. They do have a kitchen knife section there, and he found it with the blade out, just stuck down in there with the kitchen knives. It's like a big old jar with glass beads down there, and they just stick the kitchen knives down in there. Well, this was with the kitchen knives open. They couldn't get it closed because it's hard to close now. But he only paid 99 cents for Uncle Henry. See how hard it is to close? Uncle Henry Lockback 7. USA. Ain't that cool? This thing's going to clean up like a champ now. It does have a few chips right there, arrow to the blade. And we're going to put a new edge on it. We probably won't be able to get all that out of there, but we're going to dress it up. We're going to get that chip gone at least. That little chip, we're going to make that even right there. Because you can see it's a little snag right there. We're going to get that out. Very nice knife. Very nice knife. For 99 cents, guys. Ain't that cool? But he loves knives too. And his granddad did too. I've been knowing him for a good while now. But we're fixing to clean these up and repair these knives. Okay, guys, we're fixing to try to straighten this tip out. If it breaks, we'll just make a new point. No biggie. But I want to try to keep the original point if I can. I'm just gonna let the hammer do the work. The weight of the hammer. I'm not gonna be hitting it hard. See, it just broke. So no biggie there. I figured it might, but we're gonna try to still straighten that out and make a new point. See there? Okay, it's no biggie there. The point was already weak, so no big deal. We're going to make a new point here. We're going to come straight from the top down. So I tried to save it, but sometimes it's damaged so bad it's going to go ahead and break, and it did. So no biggie. Not a bad looking blade at all, is it? Still kept the edge too. It's dull. I'm fitting to give it a new edge, but it turned out good. Okay, now we're gonna fix this broken tip here on the small blade. Alright, there it is. Not too bad. It kind of looks like the newer ones now. Give it a nice new little edge. We're gonna hone it in on my sharpener. But it's gonna be a great knife. Great knife. Okay, now we're gonna get the chip out of this blade here. Not so much on this side, but it's mainly that little chip right there on the blade. You really can't do much about that unless you go way up here, but we're not going to do that. It's just going to be a battle scar for the knife. Alright, that's about what I'm going to do to it right there. But I don't want to take no more meat off the blade. But you see the chip's gone. So I'm satisfied with that. Alright, never dull time. Again, the red is for brass. You gotta be careful when you're cleaning one of these now, because you will get cut quick, especially when it's got that saw. Okay, never dull time. Okay guys, here they are. This is the Schrade Lockback 7 Uncle Henry that my friend of mine paid 99 cents for at the Salvation Army. I've never found a knife at Salvation Army. He did. So it's 99 cents, guys. It cleaned up really, really good. The blade turned out good. I really don't want to go deeper than that because I don't want to whittle no more of the blade down. So it's got some battle scars, I call them. But it's sharp now. This thing is sharp. But I gave it a new edge. I got rid of that little burr that was right there. It cleaned up really good. Excellent knife. Excellent knife. It closes and opens good now. All it needed was a little bit of TLC. Everything wants to be loved, guys. I'm telling you. Even knives. This here is what he gave me to clean this one up and fix that blade right there. I redid this tip here, gave it a new edge. I was going to try to straighten it out, but it broke. It sure did. This one here, the little blade, I reshaped too. It shaped up really good, gave it a new edge. It looks good. But everything works good on this knife now. Everything opens and closes good. The shears work good. The spring's still in great shape. And guys, again, you got to be careful when you're using that wire brush, because if you mess the handles up on this knife, it's got a bail. They're not easily replaced. But they seem to be more solid than the ones of today. The ones of today you can just pop off and pop new ones on, but these seem to be really solid. Feel good. But again, this knife, according to the stamp on this tang here, the way it looks and the way the back looks, it was made between 1957 and late 1973. But another thing that I've never seen on Victorinox that I really love, I wish Victorinox would bring it back, is a file on the back of the Phillips head screwdriver. Ain't that cool? But I think they're both cleaned up good, guys. It's what I really love to do. I love to bring them back to life, especially something like that where the brass is just beautiful on them. Now, it's been used now. As you can see the scratches on the brass. That's one thing about brass. If you use these knives, you're going to scratch them. And sometimes the scratches are really deep. They're hard to get out. I mean, you really have to put it on a sander to get it out, but I'm not going to do that. They're beautiful just like it is. I like the ones that have been used and abused. You know, I like used knives. Like when I buy a new case knife or a new Benchmade knife, I'm afraid to use it. I really am. I don't buy a new case knife now to use it. I buy a new case knife to collect. I buy old case knives to use. Kind of like this one here. This is a 1970 Slim Trapper that I bought off of eBay for like $8. But I cleaned it up. It was rusted to the gill. Now, I'm not going to lie, but I use it every day now. It's a great little knife, and it holds a good edge because it's got that good old carbon steel in it. It'll shave you. I ain't lying. But this is the kind of case knives I like to find and buy. When I buy the new ones, I put them up for my boys, my grandkids to enjoy. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. So just a quick cleanup on both knives. I had some blade repairs to do, but I love this kind of stuff. I love getting these old knives and bringing them back to life. I really do. I like saving lives of old knives. So I just want to say God bless y'all. And I hope y'all had a great, wonderful year, because this is the last day of the year. And I hope and pray, and I hope God blesses y'all in the next year. So looking forward to it. So I just want to say God bless y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.